Hi guys, and welcome to another video on working with styrene. Now this video is going to be concentrating on ways of attaching plastic art together temporarily. What I use it for is flat packable scenery for wargaming tables, but it's probably got other uses and other hobbies and things, so I just wanted to share with the different techniques I've gone through the years of attaching plastic art together and just show how it's worked out. This has mainly come about because I tried a new technique last night, which was an absolute failure. So I'll just show you that. This is a bit of a departure from the basic stuff I've been doing working with styrene, because some of this can be quite complicated to do. So let's start off with what I did last night, which was a bit of a flop. So as you can see, we've got this bendy piece here, which is utilising a thin piece of styrene and a thick piece of styrene, 1mm and 0.25. And then on the other side is a place for that to slide into. So basically it works like this. So that will slide in like that. As you can see, that's fairly flat, and then what you do is you rest that on there and you get a corner like that. And then when you put four of those together, you do actually get a square building. It's not great. It has a tendency of doing that. When it's all together, it's really unstable, and I don't think, for the complicated nature of its construction, it's any better than my previous effort over here or what I do here. So that is useless. Okay, let's move on to the next bit. So those of you who watched my channel a few years ago, especially for the Infinity watchers, you will have seen this stuff. This is when I was working with my precision cutter, so I could churn this stuff out by the ton. As you can see, there's this sort of corner system here, and these have a cutout, and basically it's a friction fit. So that, come on. Of course, being a friction fit, it has to be quite difficult to push together. As you can see, that goes together like that. You get a neat corner, but the problem with this is you have to have this sticking out, so it's not completely flat packable. There's about 1 centimetre of extra styrene sticking up there, which can be a problem when trying to store it flat. And that's one of the things I was trying to mitigate with what I did that you just saw, the stuff you just saw me chuck over my shoulder. So this stuff goes together fairly well, fairly easy. Just push all the different corners together like so. And then the roof has these little tabs, as you can see there. The camera isn't going to focus. You see the little tabs, and then there's a little catch inside there, just a little gap, and that basically just, if we're lucky, rests on top, pushes in on the both sides, and you end up with a solid piece of scenery there. And those little tabs inside are actually holding the whole thing together. And that was my Infinity train. Just pop on the top there, make it look nice. So yeah, that's my current leader in making square buildings that flat pack quite well. And then what we saw a few months ago that I started working on was I needed a building where the angles weren't square, they were actually sort of like that, and it could also, you could add more to it and make a bigger building basically. This is the Orc Fort, and what this uses, as you can see there, is small bits of rod, and on the other side we've got little tubes, and essentially it makes a hinge. So at the top and bottom, this one's a bit of a pain to put together, especially when you're this far away from it. There we go. As you can see, that makes a corner like that, and it's reposable within a certain range. As you can see, you can even make it straight, and that works fairly well. Again, flat packable. And then if you take the technique used over here on this building, you can make some sort of different ways of connecting things. So as you can see, you've got the tabs again, which are on here, and then we've got something which is going to slide into them, these bits here, and then that, if we're lucky, slides on like that, makes a fairly solid structure. Same on the other side. And then what we're left with is something like that, which isn't going to stand up at all while it's on that. And this was designed to go on the edge of the walls, as you can see there. So again, that flat packs down apart from this central bit in the middle here, which is solid. And that's it really. I'm sure this won't be the last time I think of some harebrained way of attaching buildings together, because you know me, I love working with scenery, and I love making things flat packable, because you've only got so much house, right? I haven't got cupboards and cupboards and cupboards to store this stuff in. And that was it really. Trying to keep these as short as possible so that they're sort of bite-sized pieces. Again, if you're into this sort of thing, in the description will be a link to a Facebook group called Styrene Engineers, where I'm trying to get everybody together who works with styrene in all the different hobbies, so we can get this sort of community of people who can help each other with styrene problems, and just bring everybody's hobbies to the next level really, of people who work with styrene. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.